All right. We're here, people. Greetings from the Most High. Peace and love. Peace and blessings to all you, my people, to all you, my viewers. Thank you so much for supporting Mugi. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Give this video a like. Comment. Let me know about the issues that I'm about to discuss with you. Tell me what you think. Advise me. You know, if I'm wrong, you tell me no, you are wrong. You're dead wrong on this. And I'm happy to listen and hear from what you all have to say. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do here on Mugi's Corner. So, I'm coming at you from the beautiful Jinja City. Specifically from the Jinja Golf Course. Let me move the camera around and show you this beautiful Jinja Golf Course. Look at the green. Wow. Anyway, so I really have issues dear to my heart today, which I want us to discuss. You know, let's get down to business. Let's get talking. Let's interact. Share with me. Let me know what you think. All right. So today I want to send a message, another message to my black brothers and sisters in the diaspora who are contemplating, who are thinking, who are considering repatriating back to Africa. This is a message for you. And as well as my brothers and sisters here in Uganda and on the continent. Now let me start with the brothers and sisters from the diaspora. Okay, so I see a lot of people you know, very passionate about returning to Africa, very excited, you know, looking forward to it, looking forward to returning to Africa. It's not a bad thing. You're welcome. I just did a video where I welcomed you to come to Uganda, Jinja, settle here, you know, and I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to continue, you know, promoting that because I'm serious about it. However, there is a problem. There is a big problem. So first of all, I want to discuss, from what I understand, the major reasons why some of you all are or may be interested to return to Africa, to repart to Africa. I hear about the Great Exodus. It's being given names, the Great Exodus, oh, this and that. Number one, most of you all say you want to return to the continent to escape racism. Oh yes, I am damn sure many of you all out there think like that. You want to escape racism from America. You want to escape racism from the British, Germans, the Swedish, the French, and everything. However, you may be wrong. If that's your reason to come to Africa, you may be wrong for the reasons that I'm about to bring to your attention. you may have to consider before you make the decision. Reason number 2, some of you all are giving a reason, or you want to discover your roots. You want to discover your origin. That's right. As Mugi, I do believe that every black person originated in Africa. This is the land of your ancestors. Like it or dislike it. And there is many people who are black who don't like the thought of saying that, oh, all black people are from Africa. They say, oh, we are not from Africa. But this is not what we are here to discuss today. I don't want to get into that politics. Reason number 3. You say it's prophecy. There is a prophecy to be fulfilled that the Most High will gather all his children in one place, bring them back together from all corners of the world and gather them together. I hear that too. Among other reasons, those are the 3 reasons that are common, but not the only reasons. However, I really felt this to, I thought we should talk about this. Now, the problems that Africans, it doesn't matter whether on the continent of Africa or America or Canada or Europe or Australia, everywhere, the problems that Africans have are similar. They may be different, you know, slight differences, but believe me, I got these dogs. What's going on, man? You scared the shit out of me. Get the hell out of here. Okay? You're not welcome, dogs. Get out. Trying to mess man up. Don't mess me up. I'm doing the work of the Most High. Sending you, all my brothers and sisters, a message. My black brothers and sisters in the diaspora. This is a message for you. Think about it. You know? Anyway, this is what I'm saying. The problems that Africans or black people, the problems that we have, irrespective of where we are, on the continent or other continents, Europe, America, Canada, Australia, mention it, are the same or similar. And I'm going to mention some of those that I think are the main problems that we face and we need to address in order to move forward. We need to seek solutions too, as a collective. It does not benefit us to get tribal, you know, while tackling these problems. So number 1, racism. Racism, depriving the black man of opportunity, resources, you know, and everything. Treating the black man as not worthy, as less of a human being. Racism, however you describe racism, that's my simple definition of it. You can give me yours, but what is common, what we have in common, is the understanding that racism is the number one problem that we face on the continent and elsewhere in the diaspora as well. Racism. Problem number two, economics. It doesn't matter where. Here on the continent of Africa, the black man is the poorest. That's right. The black man is the poorest. We're on the bottom in terms of economics. We don't own nothing. We don't produce nothing. That's a problem for which we need solutions. Education. Problem number three. Education. We have been sold the dream. We have been sold the lie. We have been convinced by the white man to adopt his education system, which does not serve to address or solve our problems. And hence we have remained behind. So that is problem number three, in my opinion, for which we need solutions. The lack of power. What do I talk about when I mean power? What I mean is the ability to influence things, to influence change. That's what I'm talking about, power. We have been disillusioned to think that money equals power. I don't think so. Look at how many black people have money, but no power. So money don't equal power necessarily. No, we need power. And you all wonder why. Let me take you a little bit back. Discuss racism. The Chinese can experience racism sometimes and racial abuse, but not to the extent of a black man. The Indian may be segregated upon and suffer racism, not quite to the level that the black man does. And other races. You know why? It's because that race of people have power. Oh yes, the Chinese have power. Then they can influence things. The Chinese government can rise up and demand and get what they want. And so do the Indians. Because they have powerful nations behind them. Now you wonder why we black people continue suffering? Because we don't have a nation behind us to speak for us. That's why black people, irrespective of the no matter the demonstrations and the protests and everything in America, after the protests, they'll go and kill another black man, which they cannot do systemically to the Chinese, to the Indians, to the Arabs. Oh yes, the Arabs too can be segregated, they can suffer racism. But because the Arabs have been able to develop and nations to back them, to represent their interests, we need to learn from them people. As black people, we need to build strong nations, strong countries, strong governments to represent our people in Europe, in America, in Canada, in Australia, everywhere, which we have not done. That's why we continue to suffer what we suffer. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. So let me talk to my brothers and sisters thinking about escaping all those problems by coming to Africa, because some of you, or not all, these are the reasons you give why you want to come back to Africa. You're running away from the problems I just mentioned. However, you may be wrong. Let's talk about the racism. Here in Uganda, a foreigner has more rights than a local. Oh yes, oh yes. Go and see the major news on the TV, where people have been displaced. Villages have been chased from their land in the name of an Indian investor, in the name of a Chinese investor. Get out of the land. You can go. Go. We don't want you on the land because we have an Indian investor that has showed up in town. We have a Chinese investor. That is taking the land. Now you show me the difference. Economics. I done told you already. The black people are the poorest here in Africa. No jobs. It's difficult to find Indians in Uganda who are jobless. There are many Indians, especially here in Jinja. So what they do, when an Indian investor shows up from India, sets up a company, and then imports fellow Indians to work in those companies. So tell me, you're escaping the joblessness and all of that, you know. But you're going to be shocked that everything you're escaping from, you're going to find here. I'll give an example of police genocide. In Europe, in America, police killing black people. How many times have we seen reports here of black police, Ugandan police, killing fellow Ugandans? Whether be it in Nigeria, sometime back, remember the SARS, end SARS, and you know, all that talk about SARS. That's not the white man killing people in Nigeria, killing Ugandans in Kampala or Jinja. So you tell me how you're escaping from the terror from police, only to find it where you're running to. Let me go back a little bit when, I don't know in other African countries, but here in Uganda, a foreigner, an Indian, a white man, a Chinese man, the chances are very slim that you will make a complaint, especially if you're being employed by one of those. If they mistreat you at the job, at their business, the chances are very slight that you will make a complaint and an Indian will be held accountable. A white man, a Chinese. I'm sure you've seen these videos. These people are being afforded more rights on our own soil than the owners of the soil, the people of the soil. What's the difference? Explain to me. Tell me what the difference is. Where is the difference? Well, exploitation, that's what you're trying to escape from the white man in his corporations. Poor payment. You know, no rights at work. But that's what you're coming to here. Oh yes, trust me, you're not escaping it. You're coming into it. You're walking straight into it. Education. There is no difference from the American public school, the British public school, schools in Australia, schools elsewhere, to the schools here, because the curriculum is being implemented by them. The universities, everything is based on their stuff, not our stuff. So if you think you're coming to Africa to run away from that influence, you may have to think twice. I'm telling you, lack of power. Have you wondered why coups have become common in Africa? Somebody said something which is actually true. Most of the coups, you know, have happened in countries where there is an American base. Think about that. Think about it. Does that not give you something to think about? Huh? All coups, is it a coincidence? All coups, or most of them, have happened in countries with an American base, or the countries whose governments are under the influence of Western governments. Where is the power? We were given democracy. Our leaders were allowed to be presidents. They were allowed to be members of parliament. They were allowed to be mayors. They were allowed to be all these nice names. But where is the power? What can they do? What decisions can they make? Zero. Zero. And what power do you have in America to make decisions? What power do you have in Europe, Britain, France, Germany, Sweden, to make decisions that directly impact the life of your people? You tell me, is it not the same? Congressmen and congresswomen in America, but yet in fact, they can't do anything. President Obama, Huh? All these members of parliament in the UK parliament, no power, nothing, nothing. And you can mention, you can go on and on and on and on and on. So what's the message I'm trying to send to you? Oh, but before that, let me talk about food. I had a brother tell me that, oh, hey, Brother Moogie, man, they're trying to kill us. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of be him. That's what he told us with the food. All the cheap food, the McDonald's, the KFC, the, mention it. The burgers, the pizza, all the unhealthy food. Now that brings me to the GMO, genetically modified food. You know, I just put out a video of a professor in Europe explaining how the white power structure has managed to keep Africa poor and Africans under control and oppression. And we have welcomed it. We have made ourselves comfortable in the little things that they do for us in exchange for true liberty, true power, and true independence. We're still depending on them. Here in Uganda, the Queen gave us the shilling. Look at the currencies. They're all controlled by them. We don't print our own money. We don't trade in our currencies. They are useless. So, and most dangerously, we have allowed the white man to control our food by embracing the genetically modified seeds for our food. It's game over. At this point, it's game over. Because guess what? The enemy has tried to eliminate the black man through the diseases. Before the white man showed up in Uganda, we didn't have diseases like measles. We didn't have diseases like polio. We didn't have diseases like HIV. Talk about cholera. Talk about Ebola. Talk about all those diseases. As soon as the white man showed up, and so did the diseases. We have seen this. We talk about it. But what are we doing about it? We're happy to talk about it. But yet too lazy to do anything about it. So, shall we continue blaming the white man or ourselves? Give me the answer. So, the food. So now I'm sending a message to you all, black people who are thinking about repatriating to Africa. I just explained to you that all the things that you're escaping from, you're going to find them waiting for you here. Oh yes. What's the message I'm trying to send to you? I need you all to come with solutions. To the problems, whether be it economics, whether be it education, whether be it the food, the agriculture for which I'm trying to establish a farm, nobody wants to work with me. Anyway, come with solutions. Otherwise, when you move from the diaspora back to Africa without solutions, practical solutions, do you know what you're doing? The message you're sending is, we are happy to change location, but not the reality of our life, not the economics, not the miseducation, not the lack of power, not the bad food, not the the racism, not. If you move to Uganda, if you move to Ghana, if you move to Nigeria, if you move to Gambia, if you move to South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, anywhere you move, without solutions to the major problems affecting the black people, your people, you know what you will have done is change your geography, not the reality of your life. You may not be able to achieve anything in your lifetime. We may not be able to achieve anything in our lifetime because it's true, the system is too strong. The white power structure is too strong to go against. But maybe we will start a revolution which will benefit the next generation, our children, our children's children. See, that's the problem with us. We are always too selfish. We want to do things that directly benefit us. And that's the difference between the yellow man, the Chinese man, the white man, the Indian. They always look out for the future generations to come. They do things and they know that, oh, I have to suffer this, but I may not benefit directly from it. But I am damn sure my children and my children's children will benefit from it. So we think short term. We think short term. We need to put on the combat of the revolutionary and think long term in anything we are trying to do. Anything we are trying to do, think long term. Whether be it changing the education structure in Africa, the education system, changing the political structure in Africa for we, black people. You know? That's the message. Come with practical skills. Identify problems that you're willing to solve, not just for yourself, but your children and your children's children. So, this brings me to the main thing. We need to organize. We need to learn to work together. We need to learn to work together as a unit. Because when one black person wins, it's a win for themselves. But when we win as a group, it's for all of us. So we need to organize. Let's learn to work with each other. Let us realize that what we have in common, and that is the problems, the challenges that face us, is far bigger than our differences. Is far bigger, far greater than our disagreements. And once we realize that, now the revolutionary mind will have started to come. That's the message I'm sending to you. So I'm calling upon brothers and sisters to come and partner with me and start this farm where we're going to focus on food security, self-sufficiency, and also help educate other people the dangers of genetically modified food, the dangers of relying on somebody else who is not like us for our food. We need to ensure continuity in our food supply. And that's what we are going to be focusing on with this farm, which I want to build, hopefully. So, one man cannot change the world, but as a collective we can. Everybody identify the areas, the little things you can do to change the reality of the next generation, at least, because we will not be blamed. We may not be blamed for the mess that the next generation will find, but we will be blamed for not trying to do anything, not showing the intent of doing anything to change that reality of the mess. So, rise Africa, rise up Uganda, rise up the black man. Let us realize our power and work towards regaining that power. How do we do that? By thinking about practical solutions to our own problems. Let us organize. This is a message to my black Americans. It's no doubt black Americans are the richest black group anywhere in the world. But they have not been able to use their money to solve their problems. I think it's high time we think about that. We put them on the spot. And as you think about coming back to Africa, think about how you are going to partner with the people, the black people, not anybody, because they are Chinese, they are Indians, they are Europeans, they are all kinds of people in Africa. How you're going to partner with black people to try and help them, or even you yourselves, solve the problems that you face. Think about it. Think about it. All right? The divisionism is the cancer. The mistrust is a cancer. And that is an effect of, I don't know. We don't trust each other. We don't like to work with one another. You know, we are happy to work with everybody else, but not ourselves. So I'm putting a spot. I'm putting you on the spot. You all black people who have come back to Africa, Ghana, Gambia, Uganda, and you are choosing to work with other people other than the black people. This is on you. Come back to Africa with solutions, because if you come back with nothing, trust me, very soon you're going to find yourself needing to go back from where you came. You're going to see that maybe it was not useful coming. You should have remained. Come with practical solutions. And also, my fellow black people, let us be honorable people. Let us be people of our word. Let us keep our word. That is how we are going to be trusted. You know, everybody that talks to you, the first thing, they won't even give you the benefit of the doubt, but scammer, 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 scammer. You see the problem? You see the problem? They won't even bother asking you any questions, but they will judge you at the instant. Scammer. Oh, you're from Africa? Scammer. Okay. That does not help us. Let us be honorable people. Let us keep our promises. Let us keep our words. Let us be honest people, people of integrity, black people. But most importantly, let's learn to work with each other. Let us learn, let us work with each other. Okay? So, that's my message to you today. I want to encourage you to support me. You can support me by becoming a member of the channel. Click the join button. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. You can send out a super thanks. You can send out a super chat to support the work that I do. All right, let's move forward together. Let us move forward together, because divided we fall, united we stand. We are tired of celebrating the wins of individual persons. We want to start celebrating the successes, the wins of the collective as black people. Okay? So let us stop talking and put in the work. Let us stop talking and put in the work. That's my message to you all today. Thank you for watching. I'm going to leave you by showing you the green around me, the beauty, and the beautiful skies. Shalom. Africa unite. how good and how pleasant it would be before God and man to see the unification of Africa. As it's been said already, let it be done. Yeah. We are the children of the Most High. That's right. So Africa unite as we're moving right out of Babylon. Okay? Black people, as you move out of Babylon, as you move out of the diaspora, unite. That's my message to you. It's Brother Mugi. How good and how pleasant it would be to see God and man. How good and how pleasant it would be to see the unification of a black man. Peace them out.